Hello! We're ready to help you better understand your performance metrics based on your seller level and service metrics. By the time you finish this video, you'll understand the differences between seller levels, how your seller level is determined, and how your service metrics are measured. Your current seller level is based on the evaluation that takes place on the 20th of each month. The evaluation takes into account the last 12 months of performance, not including the current month, if you've completed less than 400 transactions in the previous 3-month period. If you've completed more than 400 transactions in the previous 3 months, we'll review for the previous 3 months, not including the current month. Depending on the results of this evaluation, your seller level will be designated as either top-rated, above standard, or below standard. Top-rated means you are exceeding baseline metrics that eBay has established to meet customer expectations. To qualify for this rating, you must have 100 or more transactions and $1,000 or more in sales over a rolling 12-month period. Above standard means you are meeting baseline performance metrics. New sellers will automatically start at this level. Below standard indicates that you are not meeting eBay's baseline service expectations. Top-rated status is something all sellers should work towards, as it offers many benefits, such as a 10% discount on your final value fees for certain qualifying items, improved search ranking, and enhanced seller protections. At the other end of the spectrum, a below-standard rating can result in increased seller fees, deprecated search results, or potential restrictions if the service issues are not addressed. Let's navigate to the Performance page in Seller Hub to see how we determine your seller level and ways to maintain a high seller rating. Select Performance and then choose Seller Level. Here, you'll see your seller level. Now, let's dive into the performance metrics that affect your rating. The first metric we'll review is your transaction defect rate. Your transaction defect rate takes into account 2 different elements: transactions you canceled for being out of stock and cases closed without seller resolution. Canceling a transaction for being out of stock indicates mismanagement of active inventory. This creates a poor experience for buyers, which leads to decreased confidence, not only in that particular seller, but in eBay as a whole. The other component of your transaction defect rate relates to buyer issues. When a buyer brings an issue to a seller's attention, the seller must resolve it within 3 business days by offering a solution that satisfies the buyer. Those options can include accepting the return and refunding within 2 business days of arrival, offering a replacement, or issuing a partial or full refund. If the issue is not resolved, your buyer can open a case to ask eBay to step in to determine the appropriate solution. The case will only be marked as a case closed without seller resolution if eBay determines that the solution could have been offered by the seller. Recall that your transaction defect rate takes into account both cancellations and cases closed without seller resolution. To achieve top-rated status, your combined transaction defect total must be 0.5% or less of all transactions conducted in the evaluation period. A combined transaction defect total of 0.51% to 2% is above standard, and below standard is more than 2% defects. The cases closed without seller resolution is so important in ensuring positive customer experiences that it is its own metric. To achieve top-rated status, 0.3% or less of your transactions can have resulted in a case closed without seller resolution. Anything above 0.3% will result in a below-standard rating. Now, let's look at your late shipment rate. As long as you set realistic handling times and ship on time with validated tracking information, or if your buyer confirms that the item was delivered on time when leaving feedback, this metric isn't affected negatively. To achieve top-rated status, 3% or less of your shipments can arrive late. Let's move on to the tracking uploaded on time and validated metric, which requires you to meet your handling time with tracking information uploaded and validated with the carrier by a physical scan. To achieve top-rated status, 95% or more of your packages must be uploaded and validated within your handling time. To see how you're performing, the transaction and sales data shows how you're tracking towards top-rated status based on your number of transactions and sales amount over a rolling 12-month period. So there you have it, the 4 metrics eBay uses in evaluating your performance. These metrics are important to help you manage your eBay business operations to to deliver great customer service while achieving and maintaining top-rated status and benefits. Next, in the If We Evaluated You Today section, which is updated daily, you can see a snapshot of how you're trending towards the next evaluation. This can be a good indicator to determine what actions you may need to take to reach or maintain a certain seller level. Reviewing your metrics on a month-by-month basis over the prior 12 months is easy. This is done by selecting the See Monthly Breakdown link. Now, your return rate doesn't affect your seller status, but it does affect your bottom line and can be valuable when analyzing your business for improvement. Top Rated Plus is a listing badge that's applied and visible if the item meets the badging criteria. It does not reflect your seller level, but may result in increased visibility. For an item to qualify, you must offer same or one-day handling and, for most categories, a free 30-day return policy. Let's finish up by looking at service metrics. From your Seller Hub, select Performance, and then Service Metrics. Service metrics are outside of your performance metrics and provide a true apples-to-apples comparison with the rest of your peer group. Your peers would be other sellers listing under the same category, using the same shipping services, with the same average selling price and the same estimated delivery dates. If you drive a higher than peer group service metric, you may be subject to additional fees. This information also provides insights to help adjust your operations and improve your standing. For example, you can compare reasons for your returns directly with your peers and identify ways to minimize returns. If you have no peers that meet these criteria, you will not be measured. And that's it! To recap, we've reviewed the differences between seller levels, how your seller level is determined, and how your service metrics are measured. Now it's your turn. Go to your performance page in Seller Hub and see how you're doing. Thanks for watching.